What's up, guys? So first and foremost, appreciate you guys checking out the last video. Appreciate you checking out this video. We all obviously need a little bit of positivity in our life, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification down bottom. Today we're going to go over controlling your emotions, so I hope you guys are ready because you know I am. So let's get started. More than likely, we've all had that moment, right? Where you have somebody tell you or say to you or ask you, why are you being so emotional? Or stop acting so emotional. And as human beings, usually we have natural reactions to things that occur to us, right? Like we have genuine emotion about specific situations. Maybe it's your spouse says something to you once you got home after a bad day at work, and you just snap back at them or you freak out on them. And they didn't always necessarily say something to you hurtful or disrespectful, but it's just a moment where you just freaked out on them. Or maybe it was a coworker at work and you guys are sarcastically making jokes back and forth, and they make a joke at your expense, and you feel a certain type of way, like they're like taking a personal attack at you, so you freak out on them too. Listen, these types of things are going to happen, but if it's happening to you often, what I want to do today is I want to explore exactly why. So to me, these are all moments of weakness, moments where you have a lapse in confidence and security, moments that are most of the time well within our control, but we sometimes fail to take a moment and like think about how we'll come across, or honestly even care how we'll come across because you felt attacked by someone. These are all emotional triggers, and in the end, you're letting your insecurities show. Your insecurities about your day, about your hair, about your lifestyle, about how your boss yelled at you, and how you failed that test today while you were in school. Or watched a movie or a TV show, and there's this moment where they pause, and the person is saying something to themselves, like it's like a voice to themselves. Like they pause the movie literally in that moment, and it says, now I could say this, or I could do this, or I could react like this. And they like play each scenario out. And eventually they come to the outcome that was correct or incorrect in some cases. Even if it took like 5 different samples that they show you like the wrong responses and then how they got it right. Well, honestly, it's the same in life. Like most people you're going to encounter in life when you're having a conversation, most of them are listening with the intent to respond. They aren't really listening with the intent of actually understanding what you're trying to say. So, as opposed to someone maybe just taking it as a joke, they'll take it more personally. And that's where we usually make our mistakes. So, how exactly do we handle these situations going forward? Well, first, you got to take the time to digest like what was said to you. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. And I didn't always understand what that actually meant, but meaning you just don't have to have a rapid reply or rapid response to everything that someone throws at you. Try using your logic and reasoning, like before you launch into some long ass tirade where you just totally go off on somebody. Understand that most times, a friend, a coworker, a family member, a spouse, they're not trying to personally attack you. And honestly, if they are, it's someone you shouldn't be spending your time with anyway. Who you decide to associate with is obviously up to you, but you're only going to be as good as the people you surround yourself with. So be brave enough to let those people go if they're the ones that keep weighing you down. But also understand that putting yourself in a position to win, putting yourself in a position where you're in a positive type of relationship or a positive type of friendship, or maybe it's a coworker who's more of an associate. Like you have to be able to control your emotions. And the way you do that is by not immediately responding. Like sometimes if you guys were bantering back and forth, like I gave in the previous example, you may just need to temper yourself and just be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't respond. And maybe they see on your face that something's a little bit wrong with you, but you just need to take a deep breath, let it go, and understand that, like, hey, this person's not personally attacking. And those are usually your insecurities just coming up because they said something about your bald head, or they said something about your shoes, or they said, like, all of those things are things we can control. How we react and we respond, how that 10%, right, of what happens to you and the other 90% of how you react to it, those are the things that are going to get you by in life. Those are the things when you're talking to your boss, when you're talking to a coworker, when you're pitching an idea and someone says something to you that kind of throws you off. Those are like usually the moments that you can grow from, where you're like, man, I'm glad I caught that in the moment, because if I responded the wrong way, I probably would have lost this opportunity. So keep control of your emotions. Like learn how to center that and put yourself in a position where you're always coming out on the outcome of the winner and not the person who's like overly emotional about a specific situation. Like the video, comment down below what you guys want to see. If you have any type of recommendations, obviously I always love hearing from you guys as far as emails or communication, any type of comments. Obviously we're going to grow the channel. I just want to provide you guys with daily content, things that kind of come to me as I'm having conversations and just living my daily life. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, as always, peace.